Hi, my name is Seema and welcome to my video. What are we discussing today? The need for boundaries for your survival and for your well-being. If you're someone like me, there were many people around me who were always trying to break boundaries. Now, the ones who are trying to break your boundaries are the ones who do not want you to set up a fort, right? So they actually need access to you to control you and to manipulate you. Have you seen the ones who have no money have the maximum advice about money? So they'll tell you what to do and how to invest your money because they themselves don't have it. Same thing goes true for anyone else. The ones who have work, who are sensible people, would be busy doing their own things. Only the ones who are free, who want to cause trouble and are toxic, have the most advice for us. They will seek you, they will call you, they will bother you, they will yell at you, they will try to manipulate you, get your information, use it against you, blah, blah, blah. They just do it. So what do you need to do there? What happens every time there's an interaction like that, right? Now, believe it or not, just like viruses, they leave their negative impressions on you, whether even if you talk on the phone or you meet them in person. You get that feeling even when the phone rings, the caller ID says, this is so and so, and you go, oh no, not again. That feeling tells you that these people are not good for you. They're only going to cause trouble for you, right? So what are you going to do? Are you going to leave your doors open from your house for your house and then let the thieves come in and steal and loot and take away everything? Or are you going to protect your property? See, I have a beautiful garden in the back. And I have a lot of deer in the area. And what am I going to do now? Let the deer just eat away everything I plant? The beautiful roses that come up, the beautiful hydrangeas, they just love that. That's their favorite food. And I enjoy those flowers. I don't want them to eat them all up. So what do? I put fences and protect my flowers and my garden from the deers. So that way, even if they try, they can't ruin the beautiful garden that I've made for myself. There's a cost involved, there's an effort involved. There's a whole thinking of, visualization of my garden. And nobody has the right to just come in and destroy it, right? So the same thing is true for your life. Make sure you lock your doors, make sure you lock your cars, so nobody has access to you who you don't want in your life. I'm not saying close yourself off completely from everybody. That is not right. But what you need to do is to ensure if somebody doesn't feel right, you get that gut feeling, the intuition that this person is a problem. Better stay away from them. So for that, you need to set up boundaries, right? So boundary could be if they call, either you don't answer or you act you're busy, or you tell them, oh, the network is not, I'm not able to hear you. Whatever, you have to save your well-being, right? Because if that interaction continues, that's not going to be healthy for you. And it's going to ruin your day, your week. You're probably fighting with someone else. They've given that little virus onto you. And now you're the carrier, giving it to your husband, your children, your friend, the best friend, whoever comes to your house. You're just planting the virus onto them, right? So, because again, this is energy. These people are negative. You are at a higher energy. And you know how water flows from like higher level to lower level? Energy flows like that too. So they suck out all the energy from you with every interaction. And again, their advice, their interaction, their discussion is not of any benefit to you. So what's wrong in having a boundary? You need that for your sustainment. Now, unlike other people, I myself have been through it. Or like other people, I have been through this myself and had a lot of years and time wasted with people who meant only harm. Still do. They try to reach out. But if I can close myself, okay, so different ways. Again, like I suggested before, you can have different ways to control who you interact with, how much you interact, or whether or not you want to interact. Letting go of things, of relationships, of people is not wrong either. See, everything has a purpose. Once they fulfill that purpose, you don't need them in your life. Even if it's the closest of your families, right? The idea was, see, if you're in a karmic situation, your soul made a contract with them before you came to this world that they're going to teach you a lesson, right? So they continue to teach the lesson, but if you've not learned your lesson to put a stop to their nonsense, then that contract just never ends, right? So you put your boundaries. In your sanity, say, I've had enough with you. I've done the very best to keep this relationship going. I think I've learned my lesson, and I let go of the agreement from this point on. Once you do that, you go your way, I go my way, and you just stay away from these people. In that sanity over a period of time, once you close yourself off, you might find the benefit of having done that. Because what will happen is, once you close yourself off to toxic people who are always draining you, always engaging you in problems, in a thought process that was negative, they can even cause trouble for you in the form of different diseases manifesting, right? Until you stop all that, you will not be able to sit with yourself and think what all you were missing in the process. So slowly, as you start to build your life again, you might, having not dealt with someone, because you know how if something is far from you, you kind of get fonder for them or something. At least you'll find in your heart, because every day they're not causing trouble for you, you'll find in your heart to at least forgive them, or to live a life without them. Now that is a big plus. Once you can live your life by yourself, without other people inflicting issues, you might be able to forgive them. You might say, oh, you know what, maybe there was something in life, they were insecure, they had problems in their life, it's okay. It's okay, I understand their life, they are to themselves, I have to be to myself, I let them be. It's not my responsibility to fix the whole world. So you might come to a point where you can let them go, you can forgive them. And forgiveness is very important, not for them but for yourself. Because if you hold resentment in your heart and anger in your heart over people who cause trouble, you cannot survive. You cannot be manifesting anything good. You cannot be happy. You will be sick, and you will eventually fold up and say, okay, I'm ready to leave this world now. So if that is the outcome you want, then fine, stay with them. Never have their boundaries. Deal with them on a daily basis. But if you wish to have a stable life, if you want to be happy and get more out of your life and live your life's purpose, then boundaries are very essential. They will lead to you figuring out what you're really here for, what is important for you, and also eventually forgive these people who have harmed you, because they had a purpose in your life. They were there to teach you a lesson. Once you've learned the lesson of loving yourself more than anyone else, because you were giving them more importance before, they meant more to you than your own well-being. That's why you were or you didn't have the guts to say no, or you didn't have the authority, or didn't feel compelled enough to draw the boundaries, thinking, oh, what will they think? Will they be, I don't want to make them sad. Oh, they're my parents, I can do it to them, they brought me in this world. Whatever your excuse was, you were never defining a boundary. And once you define your boundary, you see the value of it, and you will get your sanity back, you'll get your health back. You'll start to manifest beautiful things in your life, and forgive them in the process. And then what happens is, if you've ever cleared your space in your room or in your house, once you get rid of the clutter, better things start to fill in, right? If you get rid of a broken table, you definitely replace it with something newer and better looking, right, in your house. It's the same thing in your life also. That is true. Once you let go of people who are only causing trouble for you, and happily forgive them, not because I don't want to deal with them, not that kind of an issue. It's like, you happily forgive them, you understand from where they're coming, and that's who they are, you accept them for who they are, and then happily let them go. What happens is the universe starts to replace that space in your life with people who are more supportive of you, who love you more, who understand you. And that is what you want, right? You want a support system that is good for you, not the ones that drain you. So stay with that thought, and try to take small steps, and eventually when you look back you would have achieved a lot. Hope this was beneficial. Thanks for listening.